Hello, and welcome to another Tech Tip. My name is Leo Levian, Senior Civil Specialist with Imagineit. In this video, we will be exploring how to create depth profiles from an existing grade surface via two simple options. First, we'll explore option 1, to duplicate the profile line. This can be done via the AutoCAD copy command. We will then rename the profile, restylize it, unlock it, and drop it as needed via the move command or the geometry editor. The pros here are that this is a simple option, and there's really no big drawing size increase. The cons are that it is a static path, and you would have to do it for every single profile that you would need to copy. Let's jump right on in and take a look at how to do this. We'll start looking at this alignment here. It's alignment B. Shown up from the Prospector tab, it will show that it has an existing grade profile and my layout profile. I'm going to initialize the simple copy command, select my profile, and I will copy and place. I'll hit enter when it asks me for the base point. I will hit enter again when it asks me for displacement, and it copies it right in place, giving me my original name and a double parenthesis here. I know that's the copy profile. I can go directly into the properties of that copy and rename it. Let's call it what it would be. Let's call it depth. And we will restylize it here. On screen, we'll see it change colors. Now, the catch here is this. You can't immediately move it. Because it is a copy of the existing grade, it's dynamically tied back to the surface. So what we're going to do inside of here is go into the properties of this profile view, of the profile line, and disable or change its dynamic update behavior. The update mode is dynamic. That means it's tied to the existing ground surface. The data source is existing ground. As soon as I switch this to static, it still does remember that it came from the existing ground surface, but when I come back to the screen, it then enables vertices. I can then use the geometry editor to now raise and lower as I would want to here. Let's lower it, 20. This drawing is in meters, so it will be 20 meters. I will hit OK, and you immediately see how that comes down. Again, I can go back into that same geometry editor and raise it. So exaggerated, let's go back up to 15, a positive number. Now, if you want to use the AutoCAD move command, please be aware that this profile view is exaggerated. If I edit the profile view style, there is an exaggeration factor of times 10. So for every 1 meter, in this case we want to move, we would multiply it by 10. So if you would choose to use the basic AutoCAD move command to move this profile up 1 meter, what I would do inside of here is move it a distance of 10. 1 times 10. I can slide it up and down now. That's easy, it's simple, really AutoCAD based. However, if the path of your alignment were to ever change, that line work will represent what it was originally copied. There is a process here to bring it back to life. Yes, I could recopy and redrop it, but I can run something a little bit different here. I can select the geometry, go back into the properties of my profile, and I can set it again to be dynamic, and that will bring it right back to the top. I can then make it editable again, but it's still stuck where it originally was at. I can then choose to move it using the AutoCAD move command, or again using the geometry editor. I can select that line and choose to raise and lower it. Oh, I need to make sure I select the correct profile. Geometry editor. It keeps giving me the one underneath it. Let's go here to geometry editor, and I can then raise and lower it, and let's drop it 1. The value through the geometry editor already takes in consideration the exaggeration factor. And there it is again. Neat, easy. let's continue working with the software and return to the PowerPoint over here. Secondary option, to create a duplicate surface. In this case, it will not just be a simple copy and dropping of the existing grade. We're going to create a new blank surface, set it to a no display style, paste the existing ground onto it, and then lower it as needed. We will then sample the new surface in our alignment to add it to our profile view. The cons, it can potentially increase our drawing size by duplicating the surface. Depends how big your surface is, you may get a much larger drawing, especially if you're dealing with LiDAR. The pros, it will dynamically follow the alignment, and we can sample that surface many times for different grid views. Let's take a look at this. Let's return to Civil 3D. And we're going to look at the option to creating a copied surface. So inside of here, I can use the basic, again, AutoCAD Civil command here. Not the AutoCAD command. We're not going to copy existing grade. We're going to create a new surface here, and this is just going to be my depth surface. And actually here, I don't want to double down on the look, so I am going to set it to maybe a no display or maybe a border only. It's up to you. It's a blank surface. I'm going to go inside of it and go into its edits, and I have the option then of pasting a surface, which is existing ground. On screen, we're not going to really see anything happen. And on the same edit selection here, I'm going to choose to raise or lower it. I'm going to lower this, raise and lower here, and give it a value of -2. Again, this drawing is in meters, it's 2 meter drop. That's it. Now, if I want to add it on this grid, I need to sample that newly created surface. Well, let's start with the alignment then. And we will sample surface profile, depth surface, I will add it. I will stylize it a little bit different. Let's give it the depth profile. And as soon as I hit OK, bam, it adds that line up there for me. The beautiful part about this is if I move this alignment, it will dynamically update the grid there. And I can easily take this and add it to any other one of my alignments here. I have alignment road A, which is the one that's coming in vertically here. We can select the alignment, sample our surface, and let's give it that depth surface for alignment A. Add our depth profile. Let's give it a slightly different look. As soon as I hit OK, I see the geometry being added in. The beautiful part about this, if I messed up and I need to change that raise and lower, I can go back here into edits. And let's go here and raise the surface by a value of 1. That's it. Those are 2 options, to copy the line work or use a copy of the surface. Thank you for watching. Make sure to visit our website for more Autodesk related content to engineering and design. Have a great day.